Hello and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. This morning, the Budget Committee of the Departmental Assembly met to hear the budgets requested by the local government in the framework of the authorization of future funds.
The Budget Committee of the Assembly continued with the study of the draft Ordinance 022 of 2021, which consists in the authorization of future funds with which the local government intends to continue developing the project established in its execution route.
Project 022 related to the future funds, a project of approximately 47,000 million pesos, where there are some important works and services that should be given continuity in relation to next year to meet the needs of the community, and some needs we have for the operation of the secretariats in the government of the Archipelago Department.
It was foreseen that each secretary will support its budget for the future period, and the projects were those who will invested. This situation could not be completed because for some deputies, the budget request for the execution of some projects by the government lacks supports, and the execution deadlines will not be met. This generating that several portfolios modify their budgets for the future period and budgetary addition.
There are some observations that have been made on Project 021, which is the budgetary addition related to future funds, in the sense that the honorable deputies have requested some observations of the project to be modified, and they will be taken into account according to what we have discussed in the Budget Committee.
In view of the question raised by the deputies about the money, the Budget Committee was postponed for tomorrow, where the Secretaries of Public Services, Health and Education shall present their projects and investment for the authorization of future funds.
Vaccination days continue with Pfizer for minors. This time they will be held at the Orange Hill Special and Transitional Center.
This August 27, the Departmental State Social Company will be vaccinating minors with comorbidities at the Orange Hill Special and Transitional Center. The COVID vaccination coordinator expanded this information.
We are going to develop this campaign at the Orange Hill Special and Transitional Center, and it will be from 7 in the morning until the end of the vaccination in the afternoon or at noon.
It should be noted that the vaccination that will take place at the Orange Hill Special and Transitional Center is open to all children between 13 and 70 years old, regardless of those who are not part of the center. On the other hand, she commented that the day could be complemented with the delivery of groceries for the most needed.
The Departmental Health Government through the Health Secretariat invites the community to a great vaccination day to be held this Saturday. Among doses to be applied are measles and rubella, which have been carried out since April.
Under the slogan Catch Up Day, the Health Secretariat will be carrying out this Saturday, August 21st, a large mass vaccination day in the department, where different doses will be applied to people who have not completed their vaccination schedule on the island. Among this population are pregnant women, older adults, children, and adolescents. Dina Manuel, professional of the Health Secretariat, gives the detail of this event.
We are looking for the children them that short of vaccines according to their age to complete their schedule. We are not only managing sarampion, rubella, measles, and mumps, but also we will completing the rest of vaccines that the child need according to what they have on their card. So they will continue apply also measles and mumps, that additional dose for those children that are between 1 year to 11 years.
Likewise, pregnant women will also be vaccinated with the influenza dose. Girls from 9 to 18 years of age will also receive their dose against the human papilloma virus. Manuel highlighted the importance of this day and the hard work done by the Health Secretariat with this activity. At the same time, she also stated which were the vaccination points.
Some points from house to house that will be visited by the girls that vaccinate from the entity that give this service. That will be Altos de Natania, Las Palmas, San Luis, Loma Barra, and Cove. And also some points that will be stable, that will be the Centro Médico Insular, the Sanidad de la Policía, and Sanidad de la Armada. So those are the points that will be setting up for Saturday.
The vaccination will also be handled house to house, which will be in the sector of Altos de Natania, Las Palmas, health centers in San Luis, Hill, Barriac, and Cove. The invitation is to parents and the community in general to be aware of the vaccination process with the card at hand at home.
And during the first day of the 7th National Congress of Comptrollers, different directors of regulatory entities of our country attend in order to contribute to this meeting.
In an interview with Teleislas News, the president of the National Council of Comptrollers gave his point of view of the importance of this event for the department in the framework of the reconstruction as well as the economic reactivation.
Complacido como presidente del Consejo Nacional de Contralores.
Pleased as president of the National Council of Comptrollers to be here in San Andres. The truth is that we come from the 6th Congress in the city of Pereira, and it was proposed that San Andres Island should be the place to receive the 7th Congress of Comptrollers. We come to be in solidarity with what happened here on the island and talk about the environmental issue. We see that San Andres Island has shown its strength and that it's possible as a result of what they have lived, have moved forward.
The director said that they are attentive to the development of the work of the General Comptroller of the Republic on the monitoring of the resources for the department.
Hemos tenido conocimiento de todo lo que viene haciendo el señor Contralor General de la
We have had knowledge of everything that the General Comptroller of the Republic is doing, making a previous control so that the investments of the national government are committed to what is done here in San Andres Islands. We are watchers and followers of this so that the resources are invested appropriately.
For her part, the General Auditor of the Republic also gave her perspective of this important event.
Agradecerle al señor Contralor del Archipiélago de San Andrés.
I want to thank the Comptroller of the Archipelago of San Andres and the President of the Comptrollers for the invitation to this magnificent event, which allows all the control agencies to meet and discuss all the issues that have generated the Legislative Act 04 and Decree 403 of 2020. I am very pleased today. For example, from the General Audit Office, we are announcing the initiative that is the new audit guide to make the control process to the territorial entities. In other opportunities, we have announced the partial evaluations that have been given due to the current situation derived from the Legislative Act. There are spaces where we discuss the processes of fiscal control.
This news team will be attentive to the development of this meeting that will last until August 21st.
And a production of a regional channel was the winner of a Caribbean Media Award held by the Caribbean Broadcasting Union.
Best Television Drama Program, presented in honor of CBU Hall of Famer Victor Torres Crespo, are Don't Give Up by Teleislas and Este Mar Es Mío by Teleislas. And the award for Best Television Drama Program goes to Teleislas for Don't Give Up.
In the first version of the Caribbean Media Awards held during the 52nd Annual General Meeting of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, CBU, the regional channel Teleislas was awarded for the series Don't Give Up in the category of Best Drama for Television.
It's a pleasure with all happiness to share with the entire community that during the 52nd Caribbean Broadcasting Union Annual General Assembly carried out yesterday virtually, Teleislas won the Drama in TV category in honor of the CBU Hall of Famer Victor Torres Crespo with the series Don't Give Up. This series was produced by Pilas Colombia during 2019 with 4 chapters and also was emitted during that year, financed with resources from the Ministry of Information and Communication Technologies. It's an honor to say that this is a high-quality production, a series that has a main message that we are resilient, not to give up under circumstances, and survive and search in a way to be able to continue forward despite all adversities. Finally, I would like to say that also Teleislas was postulated with the series This That I See, known in Spanish as Este Mar Es Mío.
The award-winning series Don't Give Up is a series with a message of the resilience of not giving up in face of circumstances and always looking for the alternative to move forward.
In recent days, the verification of the desalination plant installing freshwater bill was carried out. The plant is now ready for the treatment and supply of water.
A visit to verify the correct operation of the desalination plant was made in recent days by the director of the National Unit for Disaster Risk Management and his team, along with the municipal mayor. The attendees were able to taste the water that came out of the plant after its treatment. The desalination plant is in the second of 3 stages: installation, efficiency test, and ensuring water quality for distribution to the community. The Deputy Director of Seas and Coast talked about the process it is currently undergoing.
¿En qué consiste esta prueba de eficiencia?
What does this efficiency test consist of? This efficiency test is to look at the quality, and as its name indicates, the efficiency of the plant's operation. They are doing a test to see if the quality of the water is complying with what is required by sanitary regulations in order to be able to subsequently approve the water quality.
The Deputy Director also addressed the issue of reject water or salt water left after desalination, as some islanders expressed concern about this discharge to the sea.
¿Qué verificamos nosotros como corporación ambiental?
What do we do as an environmental corporation? We verify that the site where the reject water is being dumped does not have any type of ecosystems of interest that could be altered by the dumping of this reject water.
The option of desalinating the water will give the aquifers a rest. The treated water should be stored and distributed to the community until the plant is environmentally viable for full operation.
And a voice of rejection was raised by the coordinator of Coralina in Old Providence after the theft of 16 red-footed turtles or hikiti that had been collected for repopulation in the municipality.
16 turtles or hikitis for the repopulation of that species in the municipality were stolen from Coralina's facilities in Old Providence. The apparent perpetrators stepped and killed on one of the turtles during the robbery.
Sadly, we had 17 hikiti, and in the process, when they were stealing them, they stepped on one of them and took the other 16. They took all of the hikiti that were in process of breeding for repopulation on the island of Providence.
We were waiting for the right moment to release them and probably explore a repopulation program, said the coordinator.
What happened is that after the hurricane, we know that all the fauna of the island was strongly affected. Some of these hikiti were delivered to the corporation by other entities such as the police and several people who have been finding them in different sectors and have been bringing them to us.
The denouncements to the authorities have already been done, but also a call was made to the community.
We don't know what will happen to the hikiti turtle, but we call on the community so that these actions may not be repeated. And if anyone knows who took the hikiti, please inform us, because from the corporation we have already made complaints about this since they entered the entity's yard and took all these species.
Now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for tomorrow, August 19, in the coastal area of the archipelago, the sky will be with electric storms. Temperature will be of 30 degrees Celsius, winds from the northeast direction, with intensities of 21 km/h. Humidity forecast will be of 78%, and probability of precipitation will be of 70%.